Hey there audio enthusiast! Ever wondered what a $200 tube headphone amp can do for your listening experience? Well, today we're diving into the Fosi Audio GR70, a quad tube beauty that promises that warm analog sound without breaking the bank. I've been testing this amp with the Fosi Audio i5 headphones and i5 Zen DAC 3, and let me tell you, it's been a wild ride. Stick around for a full scoop on its features, sound quality, comparisons, and whether this budget tube amp is worth your hard-earned cash. Let's get started! Alright, let's unpack what makes the Fosi Audio GR70 special. This is a pure tube headphone amp and preamp combo, priced at around $200 depending on where you shop. It's designed to bring that classic tube warmth to your headphones or home audio system. And it's got this retro modern vibe that looks fantastic on any desk. The GR70 rocks a quad tube setup with two 5654W tubes for voltage gain and two 6K4 tubes for power amplification. These are quality tubes with GE and Softec branding right out of the box, and yes, you can tube roll to tweak the sound to your liking, though options for the 64K are a bit limited. The build is solid with a CNC machined aluminum chassis, orange accents and perforated sides for heat dissipation. It's compact but feels premium, and those glowing tubes, they're just plain cool. On the front you've got 3.5 and 635mm headphone jacks, a gain switch for low or high impedance headphones, and two stepless knobs for bass and treble control. That's right, you can fine-tune the sound without diving into software, which is a big win for hands-on audiophiles. The big orange volume knob doubles as the power switch, though it's a bit easy to accidentally turn off. More on that later. Around the back you've got RCA inputs and outputs, making it a versatile preamp for your speakers or power amps. It runs on a 12V 3A power supply, and with 300 mW of power at 32 ohms, it's got enough juice for most headphones, from IEMs to demanding cans like the HC650. No balanced inputs or Bluetooth here, but for a pure analog tube amp, that's not a deal breaker. Overall, the GR70 is a stylish, feature-packed device that screams value for money. But how does it sound? Let's find out. And now the moment you've been waiting for. How does the GR70 sound? For this test I paired it with an i5 Zen DAC 3 as a source and Fosi Audio i5 headphones, which I tested recently and absolutely loved for their clarity and punchy bass. This combo is a match made in audio heaven, and to test it I listened to 3 tracks. Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, Diamond Dogs by David Bowie and Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra. Let's break it down. First up, Billie Jean. The GR70 brings the iconic bass line to life with a warm, organic thump that's tight but not overpowering. The kick drum has this lush, rounded quality, and the mids, especially MJ's vocals, are forward and emotive, with that signature tube bloom. The treble, like the hi-hats, is smooth yet detailed, never harsh. The tone controls let me dial up the bass just a touch to emphasize that groove, and the soundstage felt wide and immersive, like I was in the studio with MJ. Next, Diamond Dogs by David Bowie. This track has a gritty, raw energy, and the GR70 nails it. The electric guitars have a textured, almost tactile quality with a slight warmth that makes them feel alive. Bowie's vocals are vivid and intimate, sitting right in the center of the mix. The treble is airy, especially on the cymbal crashes, but it's never fatiguing. I cranked the treble knob a bit to bring out the shimmer in the high end, and the GR70 kept everything balanced with a natural analog feel that suits Bowie's vibe perfectly. Finally, Mr. Blue Sky by ELO. This is a busy, orchestral pop track and the GR70 handles it with finesse. The layered instrumentation, strings, synth and Jeff Lynne's vocals stay well separated with a deep, concert-like soundstage. The bass is punchy, yet controlled, giving the track a lively foundation. The mids are colorful and engaging, and the treble has a sweet, tube-driven smoothness that makes the harmony sparkle. I left the tone controls flat here and the GR70 still delivered a vibrant, joyful listening experience. Across all three tracks the GR70 delivers a warm, detailed and musical sound with that classic tube character. It's not overly analytical but leans into an emotive, immersive presentation that makes every song feel special. Paired with the hi-fi headphones, it's a combo that punches way above its price point. So, how does the GR70 with the Fosi Audio i5 headphones stack up against plugging in the i5 directly into the similar priced i5 Zen DAC 3? The Zen DAC 3 is a fantastic DAC amp combo with a clean, neutral sound and plenty of power. So this is a fair fight. Let's revisit our three tracks to compare. With the i5 plugged directly into the Zen DAC 3, Billie Jean sounds crisp and precise. The bass is tight, the mids are clear and the treble is well extended. It's a very transparent presentation, but it lacks the warmth and bloom you get from the GR70. The soundstage is a bit narrower and vocals don't have that same emotive presence. Switching to the GR70, Diamond Dogs gains a richer, more textured tone. The guitars have more body and the vocals feel closer. Almost like Bowie singing right to you. The Zen DAC 3 alone is more clinical, which is great for detail, but misses that tube-driven soul. The GR70's tone controls also let me tweak the treble to bring out the grit in the guitars, something the Zen DAC 3 can't do without software EQ. For Mr. Blue Sky, the GR70 adds a layer of depth and warmth that makes the track feel more alive. The Zen DAC 3 delivers excellent clarity and separation, but the GR70's tube character gives the song a larger sense of scale and a smoother high end. The bass is punchier with the GR70, especially when I bumped up the bass knob slightly, while the Zen DAC 3 keeps it more restrained. In short, the Zen DAC 3 is all about precision and neutrality, which is awesome for critical listening. But the GR70 brings warmth, musicality and a more engaging analog vibe that makes music feel more fun and immersive. If you love that tube sound, the GR70 is a clear winner. Now let's talk pros and cons. Starting with one of the downsides, the volume knob, while smooth and precise, is a bit too easy to turn and I accidentally switched it off a couple of times while turning down the volume. Furthermore, the tone control knobs are reversed from the typical layout. The treble is on the left, bass on the right, which feels odd if you're used to other audio gear. And lastly, there's no balanced input or Bluetooth, so if you're looking for those modern convenience, you'll need to look somewhere else. Now the good stuff far outweighs those gripes. The GR70's build quality is fantastic for the price, with a sturdy metal chassis and high quality RCA connectors that feel rock solid. The tube-driven sound is warm, lush and detailed, making every listening session a joy. The dual headphone outputs and preamp functionality make it incredibly versatile, whether you're driving headphones or feeding a speaker system. The tone controls are a game changer, letting you tweak the sound to your taste without needing a separate EQ. And at $200, the value is unreal. You're getting a true tube amp experience that rivals gear costing 3 times as much. Paired with the Fosi Audio i5, it's an affordable ticket to audiophile bliss. So, is the Fosi Audio GR70 worth it? Absolutely. This little tube amp delivers a warm, immersive sound that brings out the soul in your music, whether you're grooving to Michael Jackson, rocking out with David Bowie, or soaring with ELO. It's not just a headphone amp, it's a preamp that can elevate your entire audio setup. The build is solid, the features are practical, and the price is a steal for what you get. Sure, it's not perfect, but for $200 it's hard to find a more fun and engaging way to dip your toes in the world of tubes. Pair it with the Fosi Audio i5 and a good source and you've got a budget setup that punches way above its weight. If you're curious about tubes or just want a versatile amp that makes music come alive, the GR70 is a no-brainer. Grab one, plug in your favorite headphones and get ready to fall in love with your music all over again. Thanks for watching, drop a like if you enjoyed this review, subscribe for more audio content and let me know in the comments what gear you want me to review next. See you in the next one!